database product. If they want to now here, yes, operate a what this MySQL database product, that is also relational database product. Oracle Corporation creating a what SQL, their own SQL language that is called Oracle SQL language. That's why yes.
Hi, good morning, all of you guys. Hope all of you can hear me. Yeah, guys, can anyone, guys, can you please confirm is I'm audible, guys?
Yes, Vamsi, you are.
Yeah. Right, guys, right. So, yeah, guys, let's continue, guys. So, guys, I think I can see some 1 or 2 participants, the new, I think Shweta, I think today is your first class, Shweta, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And what about Raj? Raj, have you joined today? Rajesh, yesterday you joined, right? Yeah. What about Raj? Is it your first session or did you join yesterday? Okay. Right, guys. So, guys, so yeah, Shweta, so being you have been joined for the today's class, just yesterday I have taken some, just a part of an introduction kind of thing. I have been got taken, it has been taken. Just it's a part of just an introduction, like what we do it in machine learning, like what is data science basically contains. Some of the things, just an ideas only, we have been got discussed about that. We didn't discuss about any main part. The main concepts has been not yet started actually. Just we'll continue the discussion. It's only just an introduction part only. Nothing to worry about the yesterday's session actually.
Okay.
Yeah, fine, guys. So, guys, yesterday we have been discussed about something like, as I told you, in data science we have a various different types of techniques we are going to be using. Different type of skill sets we have to learn, like machine learning, deep learning, AI, NLP, big data systems. These are all going to makes you as a full stack data science engineer. So whenever you want to work, so why full stack is required, I have been got discussed, like because the companies are looking for the guys who are going to be having a complete understanding about the end-to-end project working. So at any level, they must be in a position to work. So that is what exactly a full stack data scientist is going to be basically required. So like starting from the basics, like end-to-end, whatever that is required. So every skill set is going to be gets required, like a big data systems to handle a large volumes of data, machine learning, where the machines are going to be get trained, etc., etc. So yesterday we have been got discussing about something about what is machine learning, but what is deep learning, what is AI, and all these things is really a little bit hard to understand in the first discussion itself. Because without learning machine learning, we cannot go for a deep learning concepts, because without knowing what is a machine learning, so exactly what is deep learning, I can just tell you the use case, but internally how it will work, so you have to understand means, first of all, we have to understand how the machine learning will work actually. So yesterday I started with the discussion of machine learning, where the data was given to the machine and the machine is going to be learned from the data, and it is going to get some kind of an insights, and based on some insights we can do some kind of a prediction. So yesterday I told you one small example. So let us say that a person has been taken some multiple drives on Uber or Ola, and based on that like based on some different factors or based on the different features, like what are the features which is going to decide what is going to be the amount to be paid actually. So how much amount I have to pay to a particular cab. So whenever I book a cab through some online app like Ola or Uber, so how much amount I have to pay it actually. So we have been discussed about the features, like what is going to be the one of the main feature is going to be the distance. Okay, whether it is in a peak time or a non-peak time, and what is going to be the duration of the ride, and what is going to be the cab type. So there are some other factors are going to be there actually. So how to understand this particular? So how to understand this? We have been got discussed about that. No. Actually, yeah, actually, very few guys are there. Actually, Amit, that is one of the reason we have been. Yesterday we planned it, but yesterday we have been started with a new batch. So very few participants are there. Actually, that is the reason we have been taken another new batch. Batch we have been taken. So we are taking a demo sessions once again for them. Actually, okay, fine. So distance, what is the peak time and what is going to be the duration and some what is a cap type. So depending on that, it is going to be taking the amount. So how much amount they have to pay, that is going to be decided by the, based on some kind of a features, it will be decided. So as we discussed, if you give this data to the machine, so how this particular amount is derived with the help of these particular features, the machine is going to identify that. The machine is going to tell us that. So based on that, whenever a new write comes, so we can predict that particular the whatever the amount. So based on the factors, what it has been got decided actually. So for that, we have been got discussed about just a machine will be there. Machine is going to give some, machine will take some input, and based on that particular insights, we are going to be doing some kind of a prediction actually. Yes, Amit, you can just continue from the next week. Okay. If the, because evening batch we have a good numbers are there, but in the morning only I don't know what is the reason, very few numbers are there actually. We'll check it out once. We'll trying to just add up more participants are there, but we don't know what is the reason. Evening batch it was good numbers are there now. Let me update you once. I will update you surely. Okay, fine. So that is going to be the ideas of the, okay guys. So distance, what is the peak time, duration, cap type, and based on that, so we have to decide that particular amount. So it's a kind of a predictive analysis. So yesterday we have been got discussed like how it will discuss. So how it will decide. So really machine knows that, like will distance will decide the amount, or will the duration will decide the amount. So that is the input what the machine learning expert has to do it actually. So what features are important for deciding or for predicting this particular variable? So as I told, those are nothing but what we are going to call it as a features, what we are going to call it as. Amount is nothing but our target variable. What we are trying to predict is nothing but it's a target variable actually. So I told you about that. Like for example, in a loan, in a case of a loans cases, so to whom I have to give the loan, approval of the loan actually. So approval of loan actually, loan approval, to whom I have to give the loan, to whom I should not give the loan. So what features are going to be there? So like what is the age of the person, what is the loan amount he is taking, what is going to be the purpose of loan he has been got taking, and let us say what is the duration, how much salary he is earning. So many factors will be there actually, guys. So whether he was staying in a house type, what is the house type he's staying actually, whether they have a children or not. So something like that, whether he is having any existing loans or not, any existing loans. So all these factors are going to decide whether to give a loan or whether not to give a loan. But how do you came to know that? So these are the factors which will decide based on that, some kind of a domain knowledge and some kind of an analytics what we have been gotten actually. So the basic idea of a machine learning is nothing but, so you tell what has been happened in the past. You just tell out like what has been happened in the past. So it will understand that particular data, and based on that it is going to predict so what could happen in the future actually. If this is the data, whether to give the loan, whether not to give the loan. If this is the data, like what is going to be the amount of the amount I have to pay. It's not only that one actually, guys. It is beyond what we have been got understanding actually. Even you can give the machine some images actually, guys, some images. You can give some images of images of people who are, let us say that males and females are there. Let us say that this is going to be a male image actually. Let us say that this is a female. Let us say this is a male. Something we have been given the images. We have some images actually, guys. The face with the face we are having with a person who is a female and who is a male, images are there. So we have been given this data to the machines actually, guys. Machines understands the data. Machine is going to understands the data actually, just like how the humans will learn, same as it is. For example, if I show a kid, so showing two images and saying them this is a boy and this is a girl, so they will easily, that means they will identify that. But how the kid is going to identify that? It is going to be something like maybe somewhere like it is going to be long hair is there. So whenever they are wearing something like an shirts or something like that, or whenever the person is wearing some kind of an skirts or something like that, so they'll identify that yes, it is a female actually. So they really don't know like who is who is a male and who is a female actually. But by looking at their hairstyles, by looking at their the dressing styles or something like wearing some kind of an earrings or something like that, so they can separate a boy and a girl actually. Same as it is, machines also can study the data actually. Simple technique, guys. We'll give these particular images to the machine and ask the machine, you please learn from that particular data. The procedure we have to specify. So what is the procedure of learning? That is what we are going to specify it actually, guys. So that is going to be the procedure of learning actually. So how, on what basis and how to learn it actually, that is what exactly in what I can say, the machine learning expert or deep learning expert will do that. So based on that particular insights, we can do some kind of a prediction actually. Now, whenever we give a new image, whenever I give a new image now, so simply the new image, whenever I give a new, whenever I given a new image, then automatically it will identify, it will tell you, the machine will tell you whether the person in the image is a male or a female actually. So don't think that machines will learn only from the data, only from the data. Data means here it is not only just like a values actually, guys. Even it can be images can be there, or even you can also have some kind of an audio files also. So I can give some kind of an audio, the speech of a particular person. Like for example, audio is let us say that I'm talking about a speech, or it can be a song, or it can be mute. It can be anything. Audio means anything, it can be there, guys. So I have given some speech, a person's speech into the machine, and machine is going to learn from that particular data, and some kind of an insights will come. Based on that, we can see some kind of a prediction actually. So whether the voice is belonging to a male or whether the voice is going to be belonging to a female, it is going to identify that actually. So machines are capable. So even really will wonder actually, guys. Really, we don't believe that. Like, will machines will learn? Yes, machines are capable to learn actually, guys. Nowadays, machines are also has been became very intelligent. So it is due to some artificial intelligence which we have been gained, or which the machines has been gained actually, guys. So that is artificial intelligence. So being the machines are having the artificial intelligence, they are able to learn the things by themselves actually. They're able to learn by themselves actually. So actually the definition of machine learning itself is, it has been created. The machine learning was actually developed by a person called as an Arthur Samuel. Arthur Samuel is a person who has been created or who has been developed this machine learning. He developed it actually, guys, around in 1959. He started his research. It's not in this machine learning and AI is actually they have been got successful in the recent years. But research has been started in around 1960s. This Arthur Samuel, while he was working in IBM, so he has started doing some research on this particular machine learning. Why the machines are not capable to learn? Why every time we have to write generally we know that when you go to a programming languages, when you started learning C, C++, Java, so one point they will say, why do you require a programming language? Because machines can't take the decisions by themselves. So we have to say, the machines saying that this is addition, this is subtraction, this is division. We have to say that actually. How to do the addition, we have to specify that. Machines cannot understand directly the whatever the language what humans can speak. That is the reason why do you require a programming language. A programming language is nothing but a language which is going to be nothing but an interaction between a human and a machine actually. So humans, as a human, we are going to write a program. That program, according to that instruction what I have written, it is going to, machines are going to do that actually. Simply if I write just like an if I simply say if I write a code saying that divide 10 by 20 means, the machines can't understand it. For example, divide the 10 by 2 means machine can't do it actually. We have to write some instruction for that 10 by 2. So what is an output we have to get? It will do the calculation. But simply if I say divide 10 by 2 means it cannot do that. But if I ask a human, divide 10 by 2 means he will say the answer is going to be 5. I need not to write 10. What is 10 by 5 actually? But machines can't understand this human language. Machines can't understand the human language. They can't learn by themselves. Internally, whenever this do the division, what we have to do internally, some code is already written by some programmers, isn't it? So what is that division has to do? Internally, some code has been written. We are using it. Developers are only just using a programming language. They're writing the code. But who is going to be the, who has been the author of that particular language? They have written some kind of an internal code. They have been got written actually. So around in 1959 only the research has been started. Why the machines can't learn? So according to the author Samuel, you may be heard about what is machine learning. The definition of machine learning is nothing but, it is nothing but what we, according to author Samuel says that, giving the ability to learn or giving the machines the ability to learn without any explicit coding. Without any explicit coding. So without having much explicit coding, we are giving the ability to that particular machines actually. So that is the definition of what is machine learning. According to the author Samuel, the definition of machine learning is going to be this one actually. Giving the ability to the machines to learn without any explicit coding. So that is what the machine learning talks about that actually, guys. Okay. So as we're discussing further today's class, as I told you, what are going to be the technical aspects actually? Like, so just whenever we go for a machine learning, as we're discussing that machines can't learn automatically by themselves. So there is going to be some stages are going to be there. Some kind of a process and a workflow is going to be there actually, guys. So first of all, what is that particular workflow we have to do it actually? Like as I said that machines can learn from that particular, machines are going to be, what we can say, the machines are going to be learns that particular data actually. Just now I said that, which is going to be something like what I can say is, as I said that if we can give some images, so if I give some images to the machines can understand whether, and I have to tell the machine also who are males and who are females. Without giving that, if I just give the images and ask it to learn, the machines can't learn about the data actually. So if I have to tell the machine saying that these are going to be males and these are going to be the females, if I say that, then the machines will study about that particular data actually. Okay, so this is going to be what we can say here is what I can talk about here is, first of all, how do you make the machine to learn actually, guys? So as I told you, it is going to be something like human learnings only. It is going to be there. It's going to be a kind of an human learnings only. It is going to be there actually, guys. Okay. Now the idea here is machines can learn not with a small quantity of data. Machines really requires a large volumes of data. A large quantity of data is required. Just for a kid, if I show a male one image and a female one image, he can distinguish and he can study from the data only with one image of female and one image of female actually. After that, I can show some another 2 or 3 images, different females. Okay, who wears a sari, who wears a skirts, or who wears some other kind of a dress. So we have to tell them saying that these are going to be females. Females are going to be looks like that. Females are going to be looks like that. The males are going to be looks like this. For example, if female is having a short hair, then automatically the kid says that he is a male because he is having a short hair actually. Really, he cannot distinguish that much differences. Machines are also like that only. So simple to say that we have to give all possibilities. More and more input data we have to give it actually, guys. So whenever it comes to the technical aspects, whatever the first thing we have to do it actually, guys. So we have to know a technique of which is going to be nothing but a data collection is the technique what we have to do it actually, guys. Collecting the data actually, guys. Collecting the data means don't expect that already the data will be there in a CSV file or the data is going to be available in some other Excel sheets or something like that. Data may be available in multiple formats. It is going to be there. CSV files, Excel sheets, these are all very simple techniques actually, guys. But let us say that I want to make my machine to learn about the images actually. I require somewhere around 20,000 to 30,000 images. I require it actually, guys. 20,000 to 30,000 images. I require it actually. But from where you have to collect it? You can collect it. You can go to the internet and you can take a different faces, download that, and just do so whatever the conversion they want to do, mark them as a female or a male. So we have to do it actually, guys. So we have to know this technique. Like how do you collect the data sets? How do you collect your data? Now there are so many public data sets are there actually, guys. There are so many public data sets has been came actually, guys. So many public data sets has been came. So really no need to worry about those particular. That means really no need to worry about the data sets actually. So I can just show you some a few examples of this particular public data sets, guys. Public data sets means which are available for public. Anybody can access this data actually, guys. It was actually developed at some research center, but they have been hosted. It's them as a public data set. They have been hosted for us. So you can, I told you know, so I require somewhere around 20,000 images we require of the human faces actually, guys. So these are going to be some of the images which they have been somebody contributed to us actually, guys. Some random images from different countries at different ages and at different genders, means males or females actually. And they have been given this image actually, guys. How many images we have? 20,000 face images we have it actually, guys. And already they have been annotated. Annotation means they already labeled actually, guys. That is what we call it as data annotations. Like what is the age, what is the gender, what is a race. So which race they belongs to, whether there are whites, blacks, Indians, okay, Asians or others, we have it actually, guys. So this is the data points. So these are the samples what we are having it actually. So if you want to get the data, nothing is there. There is a zip file will be there. Just click on the zip file. It will navigate to the Google Drive. And from the Google Drive, you can download these data sets actually. Almost all 24,000 images we have it actually, guys. I already downloaded and already they have been, I'm working on this particular data set. So as part of our training, we are going to be using these data sets only we use this actually, guys. Really collecting a data of 24,000 images is an impossible case. Research people will do it actually, guys, but we don't have that much time to do that actually, right? So we have some images are there actually, guys. So if you see these images, sorry, not these images, sorry. These are going to be some kind of an images what we have it actually, guys, sorry. So these are going to be some images what we have been got collected actually, guys. So we can see these are the images actually, same whatever I've shown there, the same images. So we'll give these images to the machine and the machine is going to be learned. So machines are getting trained actually, guys. The technical word is going to be machine learning, but actually machine is learning means we are giving some training. We have to give some training to the machine actually. So how the teachers are going to give the training to the students, like how to add the numbers, how to subtract the numbers, same as it is, some kind of a training is going to be required actually, guys. So a technique called as a data collection. Sometimes we have to extract the data. We have to collect the data from some kind of a websites, like from Amazon or something like that. We have to do that. So basically to work with the machine learning, first of all, we require various skills are going to be required actually, guys. One is going to be some kind of a data collection is going to be required actually, guys. How do you collect the data? So it may be CSV file, it may be an Excel sheet, or it may be an image, it may be an audio. If you want to get the audio files actually, guys, I have another public data set is there. That is what we are going to call it as an urban sound 8K data set is there actually, guys. We use as this data set actually. The data set name is urban sound 8K data set is there. which is going to be contains around 8,732 labeled, which is going to be sounds actually, guys, which is less than 4 seconds of time actually, like air conditioner, the data, car horns, children's playing, dog barking, drilling, engine idling, etc. is there. I'll tell you how to download these data sets in our actual course curriculum actually, guys. I'm just telling you like how the public data sets has been came actually, guys. You can really look at a lot of, we can really look at a lot of, which is going to be the data sets we are going to be having it actually, guys. We really have a lot of data sets we are going to be having it actually, guys. Just a second. Let me open. So we are having a different data sets are going to be there, which we can extract that particular data sets actually, guys. Okay. So you really don't believe this. Do you have these many data sets? We have it actually. So really we have a lot of data sets we are going to be having it actually, guys. So just see, it's a simple, just by a simple click, you can download how many data sets we can download it actually, guys. Really, there are going to be a lot of data sets what we are going to be having it actually. Really lot of data sets actually, guys. You can see on the left hand side, if we can observe carefully, guys, data set collections, you can see there how much data is going to be there. Do you want any audio data? See, guys, a lot of audio data are going to be there actually. There is a lot of audio data is going to be there. Do you want to get some images? So we are having some kind of an images data set is going to be there actually, guys. See how many data sets we have it actually. Image classifications, image extractions, image generations, we can see a lot of data sets we are going to be having it actually. Some kind of an beans data set it is going to be. So if you go there, you can identify like how to import those particular data sets and some kind of a data set what we can see that actually. Images we can get it actually. Like that, it's not only that we are having so many other data sets. See how many data sets we are going to be having. So which we are going to be having a lot of data sets related to some robotics data set, what we can see, a time series data is what we can see, NLP related data we can see. We are having a lot of data, what we can have it actually. So according to your requirement, you can just download your required data sets actually. Same as it is, even we are having like which is going to be when I go to the data sets, you can see something like an data sets. You can see some kind of an Google research data sets are going to be there actually. There are multiple resources are there actually, guys. We have a multiple resources are there actually. So we cannot just even count them like how many data sets we have. Lot of data sets we are going to be having it actually. So what is the data set types? If you want, you can select it actually. Images I have selected. So we are going to be getting some kind of an image data sets what we are going to be getting. These are some of the images what we can see, audios, videos, text annotations, you require robotics and some others data sets what we can select actually. So much data is there. We are going to use this kind of a data sets only for our applications actually. For our practice purpose, we are going to be using some kind of an COVID-19. The data is going to be there actually, guys. So COVID-19, the data set is going to be there. So access the data sets. So we can just download and we can access that particular data sets and we can see the data actually, guys. This is going to be the raw data, what we can see with the raw data actually. See how much data is going to be there. Download the data. With a simple click, I can download the data actually, guys. So a simple click, I can download this particular data sets actually. So just we can click on this particular CSV file. So whatever the data we are having, so what we can see with the data, just click on them and just download that particular data actually. That's it. Okay. So not only this, even we are having a lot of other resources are going to be there, which we are going to use as like a Kaggle and all these things. So first skill is basically, guys, how to collect your data actually. They're available in different locations. So how do you do the data collection is one skill. And after collecting the data, immediately the data cannot be directly given to the machines actually, guys. We can't directly, you cannot feed the data directly to the machines actually. So we have to do something what we are going to call it as a data analytics is what we have to do it actually, guys. You may get a doubt, sir, as you said that in a machine learning, the machine will study the data. Then why we have to study the data actually, guys? So as I told, like what are the features, which features we have to select, whether really the features are having any relationship or not. whether they're really, whether they are correlated or not. Yesterday I told you one example. So like, for example, a gender is there and what is the toss of the result of tossing a coin actually. So the machine really does not knows that. For example, if a male tosses the coin, the result is going to be, let us say it is an head. Whenever female tosses the coin, it is going to be, let us say that we got a tail actually. So tossing a coin, the result of tossing a coin, is it the result is completely depending on the gender? Its gender never decides the result of tossing the coin actually, because so tossing a coin is going to be a random experiment actually. So to decide which features are going to be, we have to select which features we should not select. That is going to be coming with the help of some kind of a data analytics. So why do you do the data analytics? Means just to understand the data and just the correlation between the relationship between the variables. We use this kind of a data analytics. And not only that, if you do the data analytics, we'll understand what are the main issues with the data also. So data also does not comes with a clean format. We don't get the data, guys. Raw data will have a lot of issues will be there. So to identify all that kind of an issues also, we have to do some kind of an data analytics, what we have to do that. And sometimes, as I told you, so some kind of an issues will be there. So we have to solve that particular issues actually, guys. So that is going to be what is a technique, what we are going to call it as a data cleansing. So data cleansing is nothing but cleaning the data actually, guys. So data is not in a proper format. So we have to do some kind of a cleansing format we have to do. And after that, we have to, sometimes we want to study the data. These are the skills which we require it actually, guys. It is going to be nothing but a data visualizations. So for understanding the data in a proper way, we are going to be using some kind of a data visualizations. So all these are going to be some part of pre-processing. These are all some kind of a pre-processing techniques actually, guys. That means before giving the data to the machine, we have to do some kind of a pre-processing. We have to do that actually. Some kind of a pre-processing. So do some analytics, do some cleansing, understand the data by using some visualizations, etc., etc. So these are the some of the skills which we are going to be required as of this particular prior to the machine learning. All these are done by the user. Machines won't do it directly, guys. All these techniques machine will do. Machines can't directly collect the data by themselves. They can't do the analytics directly by themselves actually. I told you one skill actually, guys. Feature selection actually. So to decide the target variable or to predict the target variable, so what features are going to be important? There are some statistical numbers are there, like what we are going to call it as an echo, what we are going to call it as an correlation, and we are having something called as an chi-square, which is going to be a chi-square. These are some of the statistical numbers actually, guys, which will help you. So you really don't require it actually, guys. Statistics is going to help you actually. So there is a variable called as an X and Y. So whether there are having any positive correlation or negative correlation, like for example, we know that as the number of years experience increases, as the years increases, what about the salary actually, guys? We know that salary is going to be, it is going to be experience in the years actually. So you know that as the salary increases, as the number of years of experience is going to be increases actually. So if one variable is increasing, if other variable is also increasing, it is going to be identified with the help of something that is what we are going to call it as it's a positive correlation, what we can call it as. Generally in our general terminology, we'll say that it is directly proportional, indirectly proportional actually. So pressure is going to be inversely proportional to the volume. As the pressure increases, the volume decreases. As the volume decreases, the pressure increases. Something as the pressure increases, the volume is going to be decreases actually. So like in our chemistry or something in physics, we have been got studied about the gaseous states or something like that. If I put some pressure on that particular one, so automatically the volume is going to be decreases, which we call it as a indirectly proportional, directly proportional. Here we are going to don't call it as directly, indirectly proportional. Correlation, what we call it as, whether it's a positive correlation or whether it is going to be a negative correlation, what we can call it as. So really is that X and Y is related, a statistical number called as a correlation variable is there. Like that, something like an chi-square, we have some different numbers are there. different types of correlations also, Pearson correlation. Some statistical numbers will help you. You really don't require how to calculate correlation. You don't really need to know about how to calculate correlation, but how to find the correlation with the help of a Python. Calculation is not required. Formulation is not required. But how to do it in Python, how to do it in R, I'll explain that. So once if you do that, directly it will give you a number. Let us say 0.8 we have got. That means it's a positive related and 80% there are going to be related, not 100% related actually. If I got minus 0.8, meaning that is, it is going to be 80% correlated, but it's a negative correlation. That means if one variable increases, the other variable value decreases actually. So these are some of the pre-processing techniques what we have to do it actually. All these are done by the user only, not by the machine. Now, the main important step. Now, if you want to train the machine, so machine means here, directly we don't give it to computer. Here our machines are nothing but your machine learning models will be there actually, guys. We'll call it as a model actually. So it is going to be nothing but, it is going to be the model training actually, or we are going to call it as the model fitting is what we are going to call it as. This is where the ML is going to take place actually, guys. So we'll ask the machine, you try to learn. So I'm giving some training, that is technically we call it as a training, but practically we do it by using some technique what we are going to call it as a fitting actually. So once if I said model is trained or model has been got fitted, where the machine is going to learn it actually, guys. Here the main task will happen actually. But really remember actually, guys, if you give a proper training, machine also learns in a proper way. Otherwise, it does not identify that. It does not learn it properly. Just like how kids are going to learn, machines are also just like a small kids only. If you don't train them correctly, so if you have to add two numbers, for example, if I said 80, something like 82 plus, for example, 60, something, let us say something like n, or something like n78, and if I say 23, if I add up, so we have to explain the kids, like first we have to add up the units place and then tens place. But if it is not like that, for example, if I say first add up the tens place, 7 plus 2 is 9, 8 plus 3 is going to be 11, the kid is also going to learn in the same way only. The kid does not knows that whether it is correct or whether it is wrong. Whatever we teach, the same thing he is going to learn it actually. So we have to explain in a proper way. Same as it is, training is nothing but the stage where the machine is going to learn with the help of some kind of the human algorithms, human developed algorithms are going to be there actually, guys. Machines won't learn automatically, guys. There will be some kind of algorithms are going to be there actually. So to solve a different problems, we have a different algorithms will be there. Like we have in KNN, decision tree, regression, logistic regressions, classification, clustering. There are different algorithms are there. So once the model has been trained, so how effectively the model has been learned, that is what we are going to call it as a model evaluation. Who is going to do this model evaluation? That is going to be again done by the user only. This is the only step which the machine is going to do actually, guys. Simply we'll ask the machine, you please learn. That's it. You don't write any code for that. But once the machine has been trained, so how much effectively the machine has been learned, or how much effectively the machine has been trained. So we'll try to find it off actually, guys. That is what we are going to call it as a model evaluation is what we are going to call it as actually. So model is evaluated. So let us say that 80% it has been learned properly, or 60% it has learned correctly, or 90%. So can't you improve them? Can't you improve their performance? So that is going to be what we are going to call it as a performance improvement, what we are going to call it as improving of model performance actually. It is improving of model performance. There are some techniques are there actually, guys. So these two concepts are going to be very important in the interview point of view. So this will take actually doing all these things are going to be very easy actually, guys. Very easily we can do that. But how do you evaluate a model performance? So once you observe carefully, guys, like a normal programming language, you will write a program actually, guys. This program will go for testing. The program will go for testing. So they will write a different test cases. They are going to write some kind of a test cases, and they are going to write it actually. Let us say we have written a program saying that I have been written a program to adding of two numbers actually, addition of two numbers. Now they will write that different test cases. I give 10 and 20. I'll give 100 and 200. So, and after that, I'm going to giving +1 and -1. Or if I give 5 and 6, so they will write the test cases and they will check out whether really the outcome is coming matching with our required, whatever the expected output, what we are getting or not. If it anything anywhere fails, it is going to it's going to raise us that particular that test error saying that in this case it has been got fail actually. But in machine learning, evaluation is not like that actually, guys. We have a different metrics will be there. That means with simple one metric, they don't decide it actually. Just like how the schools will or how the schools at school level, our performance is calculated actually. So how is our final performance actually, guys? So like it's not only based on the exams. That means I'm talking about some kind of a kids actually, guys. It's not only the marks that has been obtained on the exam in the test cases actually. So how the reading skills are going to be there, how the writing skills are going to be there, how the explanation skills are going to be there, how they are able to explain, how they are able to understand what we are saying about that. So if you see a first class or student or a second class student as a kid, so how the skills are going to be evaluated across multiple metrics actually. So what is his reading skills? How much reading skills he is having? How about his writing skills, identification skills, explainable skills, understanding skills? Okay, how they are going to be interacting with the with their particular with their friends? How they are going to be interacting with their particular teachers? So all these are some of the metrics actually, guys. These are all different types of metrics actually. Same as it is, as of the evaluation of the model performance, we have a different types of metrics will be there. So many metrics are going to be there actually, guys. Like some of them you may be heard about that, but some of them you may not be heard about that actually. Which is going to be what we can call it as a Cohen-Kappa score actually. What is going to be precision? What is going to be the recall? Okay, and what is going to be F1 measure or F1 score, what they call it as. ROCs and AUC curves we have. ROCs and AUC scores we are going to be having. Same as it is, we have something like TPR, FPR values, true positivity rates, false positivity rates, and we are having something called as an sensitivity, and we are having something called as an specificity. Like that, we are going to be having a different metrics will be there. So using this metrics, how good the model has been learned, how good the model was performing, we'll try to evaluate it actually. So metrics based evaluation actually, guys. It's all about metrics based evaluations, what we are going to do that actually. And we'll try to improve the performance. There are some different techniques are going to be there. To improve the performance, we have something, a very advanced level techniques actually, guys. Like we have something called as an ensemble techniques, we have it actually. So these are all some kind of a techniques only, guys, which we are going to learn. And all are inspired from our real life events only. That means in our real life, how do you evaluate a person or how do you evaluate a machine? So let us say that my computer is working correctly or not. So how much performance? We are having a different metrics, like how much RAM size it is using, how much the hard disk it is using, how much processor, how fast the processor is working. A different metrics will be there actually, guys. Same as it is, here also we have a different metrics we are going to be having. So performance of a computer, the same as it is a performance of a model actually, guys. And at the last, we have to do some kind of a deployment. So it may be any machine learning process actually, guys, or a deep learning process. These are going to be the 7. So if we leave the 8th step is anyhow deployment actually. If I leave the 8th step, totally we are going to be having 7 major steps what we are going to be having it actually, guys. These are the skills which we have to learn as part of our data science course. So how to collect your data, how to do the data analytics, how to do the data cleansing, how to do the data visualization. All these are comes under the pre-processing techniques. Then it is going to be, it's not only ML algorithms actually, guys, even deep learning algorithms also will be applied. Even for deep learning also same process will be there. So a kind of a model training we have to do. So we'll call it as train the model or model fitting, model training, what we call it as. Evaluation, how do you evaluate the model performance? Sorry guys. And how to improve the model performance. And at the last, once you are satisfied with the performance, we can do the deployment model. So what is the deployment contains and what exactly we'll deploy? We'll discuss it about that. So these are going to be the mainly the techniques which a data scientist or a machine learning engineer or a deep learning engineer has to learn for development of the implementation of this particular machine learning concepts or a data science concepts. The cycle is the same cycle, the same process, the same step, the same sequence will take place, guys. Nothing different is going to take place because the common steps, only the algorithm changes. Only the algorithm changes, but remaining process is the same. That's why if we learn one process, if we learn one algorithm, learning all the other algorithms are going to be straightforward the same way actually. There is not much difference will not be taking place. So that is all about how we are going to be working with this particular, what we are going to call it as the technical aspects on the steps or the whatever the techniques which we have to require as part of our data science course actually, guys. Okay, algorithms will change us, but process remains the same actually, guys. Some kind of a data cleansing, we do that. Different. If you're working with images, what cleaning we have to do? If you're working with audios, what cleaning we have to do? So images we have to visualize. Audios, what we'll do? Audios we cannot visualize now. Even audios also we can visualize, guys. Even if I have an audio file also, an audio file is also can be visualized by using something what we are going to call it as a spectrograms. We are going to use it, guys. I think you have an idea about a spectrograms actually, guys. So spectrograms are going to be nothing but the graphs or the whatever the visualize we use to visualize some kind of an audio files actually, guys. So that is what we are going to be doing. That is what we are going to be doing as part of that particular audio files. So concept is the same, but the techniques are going to be slightly changes from one type of the data to another type of a data, or one problem to another problem. This particular, the algorithms will changes, but the process is going to be remains the same, guys. Okay. So that is going to be just the second introduction part actually, guys. So yesterday I just told you like what is machine learning and some use cases. Today I have been got discussed about what are the technical aspects of this particular use cases, guys. Okay. So that's it for the today's class. If you have any questions, guys, we can spare some 5 to 10 minutes of time.
Sir,
And then we can wind up the
access
session.
to the videos is permanent or it's only for 1 year, sir?
It will be not permanent. I think so. It will be just generally for 1 year they will give you, like after completion of the course. Generally after completion of the course, they say 6 months. Almost all they says that it is going to be for 1 year.
What kind
So,
of material will be provided, sir? What kind of material?
Materials means it is going to be like I can say that like materials means it is basically every day it is going to be the audio file will come. Along with that, whatever the notes I'm writing here now, that is whatever the notepad I'm writing here, this particular page will come as a PDF file. Even whatever the code I'm going to write it actually. So like I'll write the code now. So what code I'm going to write it. And along with that, a lot of online materials, soft copy materials will be given actually. So we have some PDF files now. So we have a lot of PDFs or it may be anything. So we'll have a lot of materials are there. So all that particular PDFs and all these things for your learning procedure, we are going to give you those particular PDF files actually. So as of now, I don't have it right now. Okay, even I can show you, just give me a second, then I'll show you once. Like, let me open my drive. Let me open my drive and I'll show you the access once, like what PDFs will come, like what kind of a materials will come. I'll just show you once. So just let me show you the evening batch, which is going to be, just give me a second. So this is my 8 p.m. batch, which was recently started. So this is how you are going to be getting it actually. So these are normal day-to-day videos. It's going to be like a day-to-day videos will come actually like this. I think, okay, I'll just check it out. I think it's not yet uploaded. So it is going to be one thing and it will be there because recently it has been uploaded, but I think they have been uploaded in the November itself. They have been got uploaded maybe. That is the reason. Up to the 3rd, they have been uploaded actually. 1st, 2nd and the 3rd actually. Okay. Maybe yesterday also, I don't know whether they uploaded or not. So yesterday night, no. So they will upload in the today morning, they will upload it actually. So like this day-to-day videos will come. And along with that, sorry, just a second. Along with that, we are going to be getting the class notes. The class notes is going to be uploaded like this actually, guys. Like it is going to be something like every day, whatever the class I have been got discussed. So see, whatever the class I have been got discussed, this will be there. along with that, whatever the code what I have been got written also will be shared to you actually. Okay, fine. Yeah,
Sir,
I'll come.
will you,
Yeah, Shweta, welcome. Yeah, yes.
sir, will you also teach the statistics?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We require it actually. Without knowing that, we cannot go there, no? So, because I told you, like statistics means, see, we don't study a specific statistics subject. In statistics or maths, whatever that is required in our machine learning. So, if you observe carefully, like I discussed about something like correlations and what is going to be the chi-square values. So, how they will come? What is the formulation of that? That is what I'm going to be discussing. So with respect to the whatever the concepts you are learning, we are going to discussing separately. We don't have again a separate statistics class, and we don't discuss all these things actually. Whenever there is required, whatever the statistics or whatever the math behind them, that is what we are going to be discussing about that. Okay, fine. So like this actually, guys. So currently there are going on pandas. So there is some materials which are going to be on the pandas application, guys. So this is going to be some kind of a cheat sheets and some kind of an examples, like some different materials which I'll connect from, which is going to be online, somebody which are going to be shared with me. So these are going to be the things what we can talk about them actually, guys. So like this kind of things. And apart from that, some kind of a textbooks also actually, guys. I have a lot of textbooks with me. I know the different textbooks. So I recommend these particular textbooks actually, guys. So this is going to be the one. I think both of them are same only. It is okay. No. It's a Python data science handbook. And this is going to be Python for data analysis actually. So whatever we have been got discussed, like what are the going to be the ideas about that? So we are going to be using this. So loading the data, doing some data analytics. So all these are going to be some of the prerequisites. If you see this, it is for a data science textbook actually, guys. So as part of a data science, like these are all prerequisites will be there, visualizations, and here the machine learning is going to start actually, guys. So here the machine learning is going to be starts about that. Like I told you, model validation, okay, and which is going to be selecting the best models. There are some kind of a learning curves are going to be there. I told you about some kind of an categorical features. So these are all going to be regressions, classification examples, what we can have it actually. So all these are going to be the mainly the topics what we are. It's a kind of a textbooks which I'm going to share it actually. And along with that, not only that, even we are going to be having a different blogs will be there. I'm also going to share those particular blogs and all these things through a group will be created, a Telegram group will be created, and those are going to be gets provided actually. Okay, fine. Shweta, yes. I have some following questions. Is it a beginning? It's a beginner friendly course. Absolutely. It's not an data science is not all about a programming or something like that. Beginner means I cannot say that it is going to be beginner means completely with zero knowledge, but at least expect that at least we have some idea on some programming part and some maths and some stats. If we have some little bit knowledge about them, we can just understand and you can learn the skills actually. Okay, so it's a user friendly course only. It's a beginner friendly course only. What we can do that actually, right? Yeah. Yes, course structure and all these things I can share you. My backend team anyhow shares you and also show you. I'll show you. Like yes, absolutely. But coming to the positions, absolutely we have them actually, guys. We have them, but compare with an higher level experience, beginner level as a freshers, the opportunities are going to be less. At the same time, the competition is also going to be less at the beginner levels actually, because most of the beginners will choose as like skills like Java or something like nowadays Java or Python. They don't prefer to go for a data science actually. But we have some opportunities. I don't say it is zero, but I don't say that we don't have a more opportunities. Less opportunities at the same time, less competition actually. Yeah, course structure and what kind of support. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Resume, review, and all these things are going to be included in this actually. So anyhow, my backend team will send you a follow-up link to you, a follow-up mail to you. In the follow-up mail, you can see like this actually. So you can see they will attach a no. Okay, I'll ask them to attach that particular one Python, one CS, one Excel sheet, which will contain the course curriculum. You can just go to that particular course curriculum and you can understand it. Like for a quick view, I'll show you. I'll just show you the course contents actually. so that you can get some idea about that. And anyhow, my backend team also will share you those particular file also for you. So these are the, just a quick understanding, these are the topics what we are going to be discussing about that. You can just have a look into that one. Core Python, NumPy, Pandas, visualization, machine learning, R, deep learning, NLP, Plotly and a Dash, Hadoop and a Spark, chatbots, even working with Azure ML and Power BI. These are the main topics what we are going to be discussing about that.
Okay, how long is the course going to be?
It's a 5 months course.
5 months course.
Yeah.
So daily it is 1 hour?
Actually, it depends on the participants actually, because we are starting at 7:30, no? So if we have any employees who has to join their offices by 9 o'clock or something like that, generally it will be 1 hour 15 minutes, 8:45, 7:30 to 8:45.
It's completely online course,
It's
right?
a completely online course.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Thank you.
Sir, and what kind of project will be included into this?
It depends on, it's a dynamic one. I don't say that same project. It depends on that. So like end of the course, so I'll be having new projects and everything will be coming. I'll also working on different projects. No? So according to that, I'll share you dynamically. See, the same topics will not be covered in the every batch. Concepts will be the same, but topics, the examples we are going to be changes dynamically according to the requirement. So it is a 5 months batch. It is after 5 months, it is going to be a discussion. But according to that, I will choose like a different projects I'm going to choose. You can also come up with your own ideas. I'm going to guide you. I'm going to be a mentor, and I can just make you to develop the particular projects. I cannot say now only, but we have some insurance projects. We have some telecom projects. We have so many projects are there. So depending on your interest, we can choose it actually.
That project, whether it can be included in the resume for a big.
There are two types actually. See, nowadays everything is going to be C. I'll tell you the example actually. So now there are a lot of public data sets are there. Public data sets means obviously everybody come to know about that. Like this now earlier, how the banking data is there, nobody knows about that. Only the persons who are going to be working in the real time, they knows about that. But now the bank data sets are going to be available for our public data sets, for our research purpose or anything kind of a thing. But they don't share the sensitive data like passwords, balances, etc. But some information is going to be there. We don't have their telephone numbers. We don't have their email IDs. No personal information will be there for us. So generally you can do some project based on the public data sets. There you can say that it is going to be something like a research project. We can show it actually. That is one kind. So you can show it like a research project. I've done some research on that. So this is what I have been got done. So that is, you can put it as a project, but don't say that it is going to be your real-time project. What the study, whatever the research you have been done, you can put it in that particular project. If you are already working in real time, for example, if you are working with a real time, you need not be working on a data science, but a project which was related to having some data actually. So then in that case, what we can say is, you can put some project which is going to be relevant to whatever your current working project is going to be there. So you can just correlate, or we can just embed this data science into your current project, and you can show that as an experience actually. Because getting a real data sets outside is going to be, we can't get the data actually outside from real applications. But I can just share you, like I cannot show you the data, but I can share you like how the data is going to be there, what I have been done in my project. So data is not visible, but insights are going to be visible to you, like what insights we have got. The final results I can show you, but I cannot show you the data, because the data we cannot get it from my office systems actually. But I can explain you like how the data was there, what fields are going to be there. I can explain you that, and I can show you the metadata. With that, I can show you what the project I have been got done with my project actually. So that kind of an explanation. So according to the data, I can explain it at different levels with that. Okay. Right, guys. Anyone? Any more questions, guys?
Is there any possibility of lifetime access to the videos?
That you have to contact with the DURGASOFT, I think. So I think they are planning to give some lifetime access. But for that, I think you have to pay some money for that. I was not sure about that, but you can just talk to my my backend team related to that.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for today, and hope I'll see you all of you tomorrow at the same time and the same link, guys. Thank all of you guys and
Thank
have a nice day. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you too.
Thank you, sir.